Florida Governor Ron DeSantis may possibly be headed toward a face-off with former President Donald Trump to represent the Republican Party by 2024. But that doesn't mean that he's willing to assist in extraditing him if a request is sent by a Manhattan DA by the name of Alvin Braggs. DeSantis says that charging a former president is un-American. Do you guys agree with him? Other lawmakers have chimed in, but one that really caught my eye was this comment from former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi that Trump was guilty until proven innocent. Now, I'm not a senator or a lawmaker, but I don't think that she understands how the saying goes. Now, on the same topic, President Biden was also recently asked about the former president's legal troubles, and I have the footage of what was said to reporters in the White House. Now, I'm also really curious as to what the White House is going to say regarding one of the more prominent figures of the Capitol riot having this sentence reduced from almost 4 years to just a couple of days after footage was released to Fox News' Tucker Carlson. Now, isn't it weird that the sentence changed after the American public was made aware of what else happened that day? Interesting. And were you guys aware that an American journalist has been recently arrested in Russia for suspicion of spying? While government officials condemn the act, a presidential hopeful has laid all the blame on the Biden administration. Who do you guys think should be held accountable for what's happening to Americans who go to visit Russia? I don't know who really visits Russia, though, to be honest with you, but apparently we do have Americans visiting Russia. Not exactly a vacation destination on my list. And do you guys agree that they're doing this for another prisoner exchange? Now, before I continue, please take a second, smash the like button for the video. It's a huge boost for the YouTube algorithm, and it definitely helps to get the facts out to more people who need to hear about it. Now, if you guys are new here and you're in need of your daily dose of the truth when it comes to our economy, Social Security, the housing market, the stock market, and Washington, D.C., be sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure notification bells turned on. And for the best way to invest in gold, hit the link in the description down below of this video. All right, guys, Jacob Chansley, the U.S. Capitol rioter who grew to fame as he wore a horned headdress, was supposed to serve almost 4 years in federal prison. But in a very quick turn of events, Chansley may have been given a Monopoly get out of jail card, as he is now set to be released by May 25th of this year. While it's not exactly clear if the release is related to Tucker Carlson's footage shown on Fox News or his attorney's remarks on the network, it seems to have changed enough minds to have released him a lot earlier. What do you guys think happened behind the scenes here? And did any of the newly released footage of the Capitol riot change your mind as well? It looked pretty calm based on the videos that I saw. Now, on that note, it looks like President Joe Biden hasn't made up his mind regarding the indictment of former President Donald Trump.
Are you worried this will further divide our country, the indictment?
I have no comment on that.
Mr. President.
Protest in the wake of the indictment?
No, I'm not going to talk about Trump's indictment.
Mr. President, charges against Trump are politically motivated.
I have no comment on Trump.
What do you guys make of this? Now, it is worth noting that the White House is also incredibly quiet about what's happening with Trump. Although White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre did confirm that they found out about the indictment just like every other American through the news. Y'all buying that? Do you guys believe that the very first indictment of a previous US president wouldn't be told beforehand to a current sitting president? Yeah. Gotta wonder. Related to that, and as the former president is in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis has jumped to defend Trump and even said that he and his office aren't going to help in any extradition requests. Here's what he posted on his official Twitter account. Quote, "The weaponization of the legal system to advantage a political agenda turns the rule of law on its head. It is un-American. The Soros-backed Manhattan district attorney has consistently bent the law to downgrade felonies and to excuse criminal misconduct. Yet now he's stretching the law to target a political opponent. Florida will not assist in an extradition request given the questionable circumstances at issue with the Soros-backed Manhattan prosecutor and his political agenda." End quote. Other possible rivals to Trump have also criticized the move by New York DA Alvin Bragg. Nikki Haley said, quote, "This is more about revenge than it is about justice," end quote. And former Vice President Mike Pence said that this was just, quote, "one more example of the criminalization of politics in this country," end quote. Now, I'm not sure about Haley, but both DeSantis and Pence, they've shown a dislike to the former president, but still, they still think that this decision is mostly under political persecution. Now, on the other hand, Nancy Pelosi, former House Speaker, says that Trump has to respect the system and that he can prove his innocence in court. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's right here. Quote, "No one is above the law, and everyone has the right to a trial to prove innocence," end quote. For someone who's been in politics politics for around, what, 50 years? She seems to have forgotten that people are innocent until proven guilty. I believe that's called presumption of innocence, where it's up to the prosecutor to prove the guilt of the accused. At least readers knew about this and added context that the tweet was false. Now, from one possible arrest to one that's already happened, a Wall Street Journal reporter by the name of Evan Gershowitz, I can't pronounce his last name, he was arrested during a reporting trip in Russia, where the FSB security service claimed that he was collecting classified information about the activities of one of the enterprises of the Russian military-industrial complex.
The Kremlin this morning is saying that the journalist Evan Gershkovich was, quote, caught red-handed. Russia's top security agency, the FSB, is accusing Gershkovich of collecting state secrets for the U.S. government. They say they detained him in Russia's third biggest city, Yekaterinburg. That's about 900 miles east of Moscow, but didn't say when he was arrested. They say the charge carries a 20-year prison term.
U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken had this to say about it, quote, "In the strongest possible terms, we condemn the Kremlin's continued attempts to intimidate, repress, and punish journalists and civil society voices," end quote. He also advised any U.S. citizens who may still be in Russia to leave immediately. Moscow has been accused of, and to be honest, it sure looks like it, that they're doing this in order to leverage another potential prisoner swap. Do you guys remember Brittany Griner and how she was traded for the merchant of death? Y'all remember that, right? Critics of the Biden administration are saying that this is the president's fault and that he needs to be taking a stand against Putin. Presidential candidate Nikki Haley had this to say about it, quote, "This comes from the weakness of the Biden administration. Putin should be scared to do this, and he's not. And he's getting really desperate. We know he's getting drones from Iran. He's getting missiles from North Korea. They're running out of money. The sanctions are setting in. And it's, he's getting desperate. This is what he's starting to do," end quote. She also adds that we should expect more of these things to happen. So I don't think that a vacation in Russia is something that we should be thinking of right now. Is this the Biden administration's fault? Or should Americans who visit Russia be wary of the dangers of going there? As usual, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And while we don't know the exact situation that's happening over there, we are sure of something that is going on over here at home. The cost of living continues to skyrocket, and even with inflation supposedly going down, it's not affecting us, or at least on the things that we're buying fast enough. There's also the burden of credit card bills, Visa, MasterCard. You've got rent, mortgages, car payments. I mean, that doesn't even include the cost of food these days. So that's why I've been doing my best to, get my investments in order. Dividend paying, high yield, high dividend paying ETFs, gold, investments in silver, side hustles, stock market. My cash flow is also healthy under the pressure of our economy, as I've developed small businesses and side hustles, methods that generate multiple streams of income. Now, if you're one of the people in our community that are willing to learn more about these, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys want me to make more videos on side hustles, how to increase your income, feel free to comment down below. Now, before I go, guys, don't forget to drop a thumbs up for the video and subscribe for your daily dose of the truth. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.